Welcome, you guys. Come on in and say hello. Boy, do we have a project here for you today. We are just getting ourselves set up here, and let me jiggle the camera just a little bit and make sure that we are. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the movement. Apologize. Guys. Hey, well, hello and welcome in. Welcome to the Basement Chronicles. Megan, can you check to make sure that the camera is okay? And, and Megan's here with us today. We are in the basement. Guys, hey. Welcome. Happy Wednesday and welcome to the Basement Chronicles. I am Lynn from L&J Goods.
Is that okay with you?
It's fine.
Kind of slanted.
That's fine. It's fine. That's good. Anyway, my name is Lynn. I am from L&J Goods in Medina, and every week here on YouTube we go live on Wednesdays at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the Basement Chronicles, where we are taking one project every week and clearing out our basement so that I can reclaim my upholstery area. And we always ask every week, how do you think it's going? Well, let me tell you what happened this week, Megan.
Okay.
Well, you were here for it. So,
oh, yes, and I tried to shoo him away.
I know you did.
But he was persistent.
But if you guys do furniture, you'll know exactly why I couldn't turn him away. So he had in the back of his truck,
and it was in the middle of Small Business Saturday.
It was.
And that's why I tried to shoo him away.
We were so swamped.
I said, maybe come back Monday. He said, well, I don't want to have to come back again.
No, he did not want to have to unload that piece twice. So here's what it was. It was a really solid wood, and I actually said no at first because it was a China hutch that had, only about this wide, right? We love those little petite sizes. And then it had the hutch on top with glass doors that had gold crisscrosses in the glass. So what I was interested in, though, when I saw that it was in two pieces, I wanted the base of it because it's like one of those pieces that is like this tall, this wide. It had doors on it, shelves inside, the perfect piece that people look for like a coffee bar, a little bit of extra kitchen storage space, to put in a bathroom. It was like really a great solid piece. It looks a little colonial, but one of these weeks coming up, we're going to be changing that in front of your eyes. So I couldn't pass it up. I'm like, okay, come on, let's bring it in. When he told me how much he wanted for it, I'm like, I couldn't pass it up. I just couldn't.
It's not like a buffet, right, Mom?
No, it's not really a buffet. It's a China hutch, like a 2-part China hutch. But the base of it is what I was the most interested in. And I'm excited to do some work on it. I know Megan's looking back at the top of it like, ew.
Yeah, but I mean, I've seen you make a lot of
I know, yeah. So I'm excited about that. But again, we a piece goes out and a piece comes back in. Actually, our Christmas is just about cleared out. We've removed a table. We've cleaned out two sections. Good. That's really good. So anyway, we're so glad you're here today. Please say hello and let us know where you're watching from. And let us know in the comments, what do you think about Decoupage furniture? Is it still in or is it on its way out? Let us know what you think.
Jane's here, Mary's here, Stephanie, Deborah, Mary Jo says it's windy in Kansas.
Oh,
Susan, Michelle, Paula, and Jolanda.
Hello, you guys. Welcome. And don't forget, if you are with us today and you have not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Let us know that you would like more of this type of content here on YouTube, because we are happy to do whatever you want. And then be sure to follow us on our other social media also. Instagram, Facebook, all that business. So what do we have today? Today we have a couple end tables. Now, if you are furniture painters and furniture sellers, I'm gonna actually sit maybe. Well, I don't need to sit yet. You know how hard it is anymore to find a matching pair of side tables, bedside tables, end tables, right? They're so hard to find. And so when we find them, we grab them up, even if they're missing handles, and I can look at them and see like these are nice pieces. And the interesting thing about these two pieces is I bought one of them several months ago, and I just loved the shape of it. I don't know, hopefully you guys can see this. This is it.
Those are really cute.
They're really cute. And look at this, 4 drawers. Like, I don't buy an end table or a side table anymore unless it has a drawer or a door on it. That, to me, those are the best sellers. They really are.
Yeah.
So I bought one of them several months ago from a friend of ours who is a fabulous picker, and she always knows exactly what we love. And then lo and behold, many weeks later, I dare say months later, she sent me a message on Facebook and said, guess what I have? I have the matching table to the one that I bought. I'm like, yes, I'll take it.
That's cool.
So I was really excited, and again, like I said, if you guys do furniture, you know why I'm excited, because these matching pieces that are really nice quality are hard to find. So these babies are mahogany, totally mahogany. And so we prepped by obviously cleaning them really well, giving them a sanding. I filled in the holes that were on here. They had a lot of missing hardware, and the holes were not a 3-inch wide standard span for a pull. So I decided I was just going to pull them in and probably going to use my typical glass center knob. That's kind of like what I love to use. So
Corinne calls it a pie crust top.
It is a pie crust top. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Phyllis, yep. I think you are in. I can see you. If you can see us, then I think you're in. Stephanie's here from Central California.
Hi, Stephanie.
Melissa, our friend Melissa is here.
Hi, Melissa.
Oh, Deanna's also here from Central California.
Well, look at all you California girls.
Cheryl's here.
Hi, Cheryl Macedo from Virginia.
Of course.
Of
Mary
course.
Casey from Chicago is here. Karen Attenberry says, hello, first time I've seen you live on here. I can't walk today, so you're cheering me up. What's wrong?
Oh, no.
Shelly's in Chicago, too.
Oh, my gosh. Has all of this front, we have got the worst rain here. It has been raining all day. It is a very
Which I don't mind if I don't have to go anywhere or do anything.
Yeah, right. But it's one of these days, Megan, I'm telling you, like, I had to run out and run a few errands, and it's like, oh, this is the last thing I want to do is get in my car and then have to go into the drugstore and
that's why my groceries will be waiting for me on my porch when I get home.
At least you have a covered porch, right?
Yes.
So, anyway, so we prepped these guys. I filled in the holes with Bondo, and these have about 3 coats of Bin shellac-based primer. I did that because I was just not sure exactly what color I was going to paint these, what I was going to do with them. I just wanted them prepped and ready to go, whether I would choose a light color or a dark color for them. So Shirley reminded me today, or was it Monday, she said, you know, those 2 tables are down there gathering dust. Maybe you should do those for the Basement Chronicles. So I'm like, yeah, okay, all right. So as you guys know, there has been recently a beautiful new release by Mint by Michelle. You've seen me work with the ice skating paper on the real tricky curved surfaces, and there's so many others. I've shared all of them with you, but today we're going to use a really pretty one, and it is called Golden Birds. Gosh, I should know the name of this.
You should.
I should.
I figured out. It's one of the new mint ones, right?
It is one of the new mint ones. And I'm telling you, Megan, it's really beautiful.
Okay.
So every time that I think, you know what, decoupage on the front of furniture, maybe it's on its way out a little bit, then I see a paper like this, and I'm like, absolutely not. Like, these are the kind of statement pieces that you would put in a bedroom that's already like a very neutral. They could go in a traditional style, or even a little what the heck, boho. What are the other styles? Megan's like, I don't
There's
have
a lot
clue.
of styles. I mean, I don't know. You really just want to start listing all the styles?
It's just a very useful paper. And here's the other wonderful thing about this one is, if you'll notice, this design right here, hopefully you can see this. You might want to turn the camera down.
That's what I'm just like, how are you going to be for a minute?
I'm going to be focused down here because I'm going to cut these pieces to fit.
So you're okay with your face not being in
Oh,
here?
yeah, absolutely. Get my face out of there. There you go.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. It really does have a little bit of a shimmery golden metallic behind it, but here's what I want you to notice, that this end matches up with this end. So yes, if you needed a big long piece, for example, for a long sideboard, you could use this and have two of them and match them together. If you wanted this on a taller dresser, you could match bottom to top, which is really cool. We haven't seen that a lot in the industry, other than, you know, with some of the wonderful IOD transfers or inlays, really, that we can match up and make go in different directions. So what
I can tell you it's not called golden. Oh, it's called foil birds.
Foil birds. Thank you, Megan. And as usual, we'll put all of the links in the description box below. That's down below. And I have to wait until this uploads, and then when I get home later, I'll go in and add the links so that you can see what I've used and what I've been working with.
Or I can even do that for you, Mom.
Well, my gracious, thank you,
I would
Megan.
love to.
That would be delightful. Wouldn't that be?
I think it would
So
be a great thing
delightful.
that I could take off your
Yes,
plate.
you could take it off my plate. Okay, so what am I going to do? I am going to, I tipped my table. Let me push that aside for a second, and then I'll bring it back. Because I want to show you what I'm working with here.
Hi, Tracy.
I tipped my table on its back. The last time I did a decoupage project, you asked me, why didn't you just lay the table flat on its back and decoupage it that way? It was because the drawers really weren't, they were kind of sinking in just a little bit, and I didn't want to have to deal with that. These are pretty straight on here, and I'm also not dealing with all of those curved pieces that I had before, so it's going to be easy for me to trim this to size and work this paper down onto the drawers, even though there might be a little bit of sink into the drawer opening. It's only a tiny bit, but I'm going to be able to work with that because I'm going to trim this to size. I'm not going the other way like I did on that other piece. So I had many complicated angles and curves on that last piece, the ice skating piece. So what I'm going to do is I want to measure.
But why wouldn't you just pop the drawers out?
Well, because I want to decoupage over this.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to leave a space in here
No, I see.
between them. Sometimes you can. It kind of depends on your pattern.
Gotcha.
But for this one, I really didn't want to do that. I wanted to make sure that my pattern was complete over the whole front.
Oh, I think that's going to look really cool.
Yeah, and we're not going to rush it this week. What we're going to do is we're going to get these on here. We're going to measure and get them on. And then next week on the Basement Chronicles, we're going to come back and I am going to show you how we separate the drawers and do any touch-up and finishing that we need to. And we're going to choose a paint color. Actually, we'll choose a paint color maybe today to use to finish the outsides of these dressers.
Lovely.
All right. So I will first measure the width. I have 12 inches right there. And then I want my pattern to go from the top of this drawer down to the bottom of the bottom drawer, and it looks like it is 20 and 3/8. 20 and 3/8. Let me write it down or I'm going to forget. By 12. Okay. So let's get our paper. I just want to show you.
Don't you have to leave a little room for it to go over the bumps and stuff? Like,
You're right, Megan. Yes, I do.
why not just lay it on there and kind of...
I will. Yeah. I'm going to give myself a little bit of room at the bottom. Yes, I will do that. So when I cut this, what Megan is saying is we'll be going over this trim and down. That's going to take up a little bit of our length. So when I cut this, I will cut it just over 20 and 3/8. I might do it like 20
So it will
and a
like
half.
kind of expand and shrink back up too, so it's better to have it
A little bit, maybe, but I think it'll be okay. We're gonna do matching nightstands, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 2 different sections of this one paper on there, and I think it's gonna be just fine.
Yes.
I think it's gonna really be a great touch. So
You
let's
have to get that whole bird in there.
That's what I'm saying. So I want to make sure that I am over, I want this whole bird in here. And then I also want to make sure, look here, I got plenty left over on this side. So I think that I'm just going to make a little mark. I like, do we want his tail completely in there? Yeah, let's do that. And let's make just a tiny mark.
He's cute.
He's really cute. A very cute little guy.
I've really become a bird lover. It's
I know you have.
very
I know.
upsetting. Honestly, if you don't already have a bird, I would highly recommend you go get one.
Well,
Maybe for Christmas.
Is that right?
Get yourself a bird.
So I've made a couple marks because I'm going to bring this over to my table and we're going to start our cutting. Okay.
This is working great with these wheelie tables, Mom.
I know, look at that. All right. So I think just for, just to be extra certain, I'm going to measure in, I am going to go, let me say 2 inches in and make my mark again. It's just going to be easier for me to measure. And 2 inches in.
Oh my gosh, Corinne said her parents had 2 finches and my mom named them Luke and Laura from General Hospital.
Oh my gosh,
that is
remember?
so cute.
Oh, I used to, oh, go ahead.
Stephanie had a parakeet and her daughter had a cockatiel. My cat, Jane, Mom, do you have Jane's private number? Jane Brown?
I do not.
Well, somehow I'll get this to you, Jane, but I have a little video my son took of my cat, Mrs. Puff. Well, Cheryl has seen it, with Nellie just riding on her back. My cat is totally unfazed by Nellie. They both are in bed with me, cuddling with me at the same time. That's ladies' night, because everybody else is boys.
That's pretty crazy.
Yes. She is organized today, Michelle. I agree.
Oh my gosh.
I really do like the way you're able to wheel things in and out from in front of the camera to get your angle. That makes me not dislike Basement Chronicles quite as much.
Okay. So this little guy, we're just going to get rid of him, okay? And now, so what I've done is I've cut my straight edge. And now I'm going to measure over 12 inches. Remember, that's the width of my drawer. And by the way, is that Michelle Cook?
It is Michelle from Australia.
Yes, Michelle, that dresser that you did in the peach and pink tones with the Bella stamp was beautiful. I was all a-gaga over it. I really was.
I know, Paula. I have to figure, maybe I can give Mom a picture that she can share with the community of Nellie.
Oh, that, yeah, we could
They'd
do
like
that.
that maybe that picture I sent you while I was reading, looking at the Christmas tree last night.
Oh my gosh.
And Nellie was just peeking right over the...
Well, Nellie has her own computer now, right?
Yes, Mom, we don't need to tell everybody that.
Why?
Well, Jonathan, at first we thought she didn't like Jonathan. Well, when he was home for Thanksgiving, it turns out she likes him very much and promptly made a nest out of his curly hair. And he was working on his laptop, and she held on with one of her little feet and went down and just plucked one of the keys right off of his laptop. So I dug out Jonathan's old laptop that is broken, that for whatever, I guess, you know how you have to like recycle things like that and then you keep them for 10 years?
Yeah.
Rather than go to the electronics recycling. Like, we have to have enough that would take up an entire room of our house before we're willing to go.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got that out and she's having the time of her life. Oh, Tabby has 2 parakeets and a cockatiel. They all love to make noise at the conference.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I will send Mom a picture to see her. One of these days I'm going to bring her to work. I just want her to be not stressed about it. But I think it would be nice if she could come to work with me every day. Or most days, anyway. I love cockatiels. They're so darling, but they're dusty, right? I worry about the dustiness because Henry has allergies.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut right along this other fold line here and measure over for my second piece.
Michelle said, "Oh my gosh, Lynn, you make me want to cry. Happy tears." Thank
It
you
was
so
beautiful.
much.
It was so beautiful. I have really been into pink lately.
I mean,
Pink Christmas, pink decor. And by the way,
I love pink.
I want to mention, if Grandma Sally pops on, I got a lovely little package from her yesterday in the mail with a sweet note. And they were bookmarks that she had made. And of course, they were pink. But Grandma Sally, we appreciate that so much.
That's
I will
so
share them with
sweet.
Megan. And also,
Because I do read books.
well, speaking of books, I got another lovely gift from a friend named Carly who watches us here on YouTube. And I want to tell you, it was a very nice letter. And she sent a book which she had written about her
Wow.
grandparents, a published book, and wanted to share it with us so that we would have a sense of why she enjoyed watching us so much. And so I don't know
That's
that
so
we can
sweet.
start reading it until after the holidays, but there are great like images from World War II and she just fondly remembered her grandmother making things and doing things, and she wrote a book about their life together.
Lovely.
So it's like I can't wait to read it. So thank you, Carly, for that beautiful gesture. It really, really meant a lot to me.
2 of our favorites are here. Leah Big for Daniel and
Oh, shoot.
Arlinda's back.
Arlinda, you cutie patootie. Guess what?
Yay.
I actually need to recut this because I trimmed into my piece, and I don't want to do that.
I mean, Michelle, I happen to think this is the best community of people.
It is.
I may be biased.
We're so fortunate, Megan, to have such good friends here.
Yes, for sure.
We really are. You make even the grayest, rainiest day better.
I think I'm gonna make some soup.
Soup sounds good.
Yeah, I saw an easy recipe where you use like the Trader Joe's roasted pepper and tomato soup, and you add like tortellini to it and like just a couple other things, spinach.
Nice.
Well, I'll let you know if it is,
All right.
and you'll never believe where I found it.
Where?
Trader Joe's food reviews. You
Oh
know,
my
my
gosh.
favorite Instagram.
Well, you know what? I have literally made it countless times. That one with the Italian
Yes, it's
sausage
so good.
and roasted red peppers,
Yep.
but I substituted rice instead of the quinoa.
Yes.
And-
And vanilla extract instead of garlic.
Yes. No, the vanilla yogurt. No, we've never done that again.
Yours was more of a Italian sausage rice pudding. Yum, I love rice pudding.
Oh, Lord, that was such a.
Do you ever make rice pudding now that you're not eating gluten? That would be a wonderful dessert.
No, I just buy the Cozy Shack rice pudding.
Listen, Cozy Shack rice pudding is
It's
so
good.
good.
It's really
I am
good.
salivating. I want it.
I love rice pudding, and I gotta tell you, like many years ago, my mom shared a recipe. I still have it. It was called the Medina dairy rice pudding. Wasn't that the best?
And it's
the
good
best.
a little bit. I want to make it.
I know.
I want to make it. I want to make it today. I wonder if you can send that to me.
And it's like it's good if it has raisins, but you can't have many raisins.
No. Just exactly the way you used to make it. Just the right amount of cinnamon. I want to make it.
Oh, it's such a comfort food. You guys,
On a day
what
like
is
today-
your favorite comfort food?
I could
wanna
never pick
know.
one, but that's a really good one, and you eat it a little bit warm.
I want to know, you guys, what is your favorite comfort food?
Yeah, Cozy Shack tapioca is so good too.
That's really good. And I'll tell you another one. If you go to Aldi, Senor Rico's rice pudding is so good. It's so good.
That is so funny. What is the size of that paper in centimeters, Mom?
In centimeters?
Do you have the little? I can look it up on our website
Yeah,
if it's there.
yeah. It's about this big. and you know what? Here's something that I want to address also. First of all, when we are using Mint by Michelle papers, I've got to tell you, these are outstanding papers. And when Michelle visited with us, we definitely tried to get her to tell us what her secret was.
And I don't blame
She wasn't
her.
giving. She was not giving. But there is some printing thing, something that's happening here with these papers that is just, they're beautiful. They really are. And they average about $32 to $34, I would say, US.
For the big ones.
For the big ones. Now, you might say $32 or $34 for a Découpage.
These are very.
Think about this one-time use. We spend that much for a transfer for one-time sick leave the same size. So let us remember that.
And this is very, very user friendly.
It really is, yeah. Well, for the most part. Okay, I'm just going to hack off some of the bottom of this. Megan, you might want to
Yes.
adjust a little bit just to make sure that...
Okay, I'm just putting the centimeter.
Oh, you're actually doing math?
Well, she asked, so.
Oh. Are you doing real math, or you're looking it up?
I don't have a inches to centimeter calculator in my brain, so.
I'm going to get my saran wrap ready to go. My plastic wrap. And I will be decoupaging today with Jane's Rock Hard, or Funkiture Rock Hard Top Coat in a matte finish.
No, I'm using a handy little online inches to centimeters calculator.
I like this. Oh boy, this is like so nice working like this. It really is.
Thank you to Leah Bigford Daniel for that lovely stool.
Well, yeah, and then also to be able to have this laying on its back is ideal. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working from the top down, and I want to give the back of this, the back of this just a little bit of a miss with our Mr. Mister. Just a little.
Okay, here's some comfort food.
Oh, tell us.
Yeah, Jane just said she remembers that story with the yogurt.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, homemade mac and cheese. That is a good one. Yes.
I did-
Ice cream. What?
I got some gluten-free elbows. I really should try them. I love mac and cheese.
Arlinda says, I love a grilled cheese and brown gravy. Like you dip it in the brown gravy.
What?
Yum. Melissa's making turkey soup with the bones.
Sorry,
Miranda
Melissa.
said Banana Foster's ice cream. Yum.
Melissa, I'm sorry, but I can just hear my mother don't throw away that turkey carcass.
Yeah.
I'll make soup.
You're saying it nicer than Grandma would say it too. Tracy said, I make my rice pudding with currants. Yum. When my kiddos were little, I would always make extra rice, and whenever I made rice for a meal, just to be sure there would be enough for a batch of rice pudding. And her favorite comfort food is chicken and dumplings. That is a really good one. I haven't made that in a long time. Mary Jo said ham and beans with sweet cornbread. And Lorraine said maple pudding cake. Yum.
That sounds like a southern thing, Mary Jo. Okay, and you can see this has already started to stretch a little bit over here, but that's okay because we're going to trim that all off when we address this next week. And then I'm going to work this down into the crease.
I don't know what ham and beans means. Like, what is it like? Is it liquidy? And so you're dipping the cornbread in it? To me, I'm just picturing like dry beans, dry ham, dry cornbread, but can't be that's what it is. Oh my gosh, Michelle says, I had a peach-faced lovebird back when the kids were young. He would cuddle up with me on my shoulder, and I would close my eyes, and he would gently remove the mascara from my lashes with his beak.
Oh my gosh, are you
Because
kidding
he was
me?
preening you. Oh my gosh, Michelle, that is so sweet. Oh, it's like a thick stew or a soup. Okay.
All right.
Leah said, any food that I do not have to prepare is a comfort.
That's-
Indeed, Leah. Yeah,
That's a
takeout is a great comfort,
Good
isn't it?
point.
Melissa says, American chop suey with a salad on the side with Italian dressing and a piece of crusty bread. What's American
is
chop suey?
that? So you can see what I'm doing is I am going down drawer by drawer. Making sure that I have a good coat on here. American chop suey. And we will work this right around the drawer.
You're right, Kaylin. You do have to pay for quality. Sorry, I keep saying Kaylin. Arlinda. See, you haven't been here in a while. I'm out of habit. It's elbows, hamburger, and tomatoes. So, in other words, what my grandma would call goulash.
I've never heard it called American chop suey.
I like that word much better. Hi, Lori.
Okay, so I'm pressing it right into my little drawer divider here, taking my time. I'm getting it up into that little crease, that little opening. I want it to wrap right around.
Oh my gosh, I think I will not accept that comment. I've never had this happen before.
Oh, wow. Did we have a...
We are being infiltrated.
Really?
I'm hot. Get out of here. I took a picture of it so you can see.
Oh, great. Great.
Someone is trying to send me a very inappropriate message. I am a married woman.
You know, people are, they're just the worst, aren't
I
they?
mean,
I always feel like, you know, you're that desperate.
they're hoping I'm that desperate. That's really what's
right,
going on
right,
here.
I know.
Not today. I'm here with my friends.
Not any day, I hope.
Well, I'm just saying that shows you I'm not desperate. I have the company of all these friends. Hi, Gloria. she wets the paper so that it expands in advance of her laying it down. There'll be less shrinkage and wrinkling. I agree, Paula. Spaghetti where the sauce has been in the crock pot all day. I just made I call that like a Sunday gravy. And I just made one with short ribs while the big boys were home over Thanksgiving break. And it was very, very good.
Okay. Now we're going to give this another little bit of a mist. So what's happening is then I have my wet paper, which is going to dry basically at the same rate as my decoupage paper, and it will minimize the wrinkling. And let's keep in mind too, and I'm going to say I don't profess to be like the best decoupage person. I'm learning right along with you guys.
Is there somebody out there that does profess,
well,
and declare to be the best decoupage person out there?
Well, I know somebody who should declare herself
I do too.
to be.
Melanie.
Yeah.
But I just
She
wonder
would
if anybody
never.
does.
She would never.
No, but she will humbly accept the compliment.
Of course she will. Okay, so I want to work that right into what?
Arlene, I can't even say it. I'll let you all read it and I'll tell Mom. I'm not saying that word in front of my mom. Oh, Michelle likes, after her weekly grocery shop, a good coffee frappe from the drive-thru at McDonald's.
Ooh.
I like a hot, fresh McDonald's fries is a comfort food to me.
Yeah.
But they've got to be hot, or I'm going to throw them right
Hot
back
and
in your
salted.
face. Mom puts extra salt on hers. Which is,
No,
well,
I
you
don't.
used to when we were kids. No, you don't, I guess. You used to get the little packet and sprinkle it on there.
And you don't want to manhandle these. Oh my gosh. Because they will tear, sure as anything.
That's... Mom,
What?
look at me.
You're so rude. Oh, and I just tore it. See? You got me all flustered here.
Again. Bears repeating.
Oh, now I'm going to get all nervous. Megan. I'm going to report you to HR.
Please do. I could use some me time.
Oh.
And you're using the top coat, right? The rock
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Look at that little bird.
It's pretty cute. It's like a little sparrow.
I can't stop thinking about Michelle's bird just taking the mascara off her lashes.
I've heard of birds doing that.
Nellie definitely she removes my earrings
Mhm.
if I forget to take them out before she's with me. Oh my gosh, Arlinda said for the holidays I make pumpkin bread with dried cranberries and cherries. I ended up making 75 loaves one year because everyone wanted one and then another. That's amazing. Leah said, discombobulated, Lynn? Megan, don't disturb the genius at work. I won't.
She has a way of throwing me off, I'm telling you.
And she keeps me around.
Somehow.
That paper is really
It's
I mean, it is
beautiful,
showing how
isn't it?
pretty, but there is that added dimension of that little bit of metallic. It's not super metallic,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's really nice. You can't see that so well on here, but you can see how pretty it is. Hi, Patrice.
Hey, Patrice. So I just want to make sure that I get my medium right over the drawer edges. But honestly, you guys, if a little bit of it lifts on the edge, we're going to show you next week how I separate these drawers and kind of fix any little issues that may come up. Of course, if you have talons for fingernails, you do want to be careful too.
You don't.
No, I know.
Michelle said, I couldn't believe how gentle he was. If you opened your mouth, he would tap his beak on your teeth as though he was checking them. Yes, Nellie will tap her beak on my teeth too. Very, very, very gently.
Megan, what if you get bird flu?
I can't. I'm not a bird.
Oh, okay.
And where would she get it?
I don't know. So the other thing we want to talk about always when we're talking about decoupage is that you may get a little bit of wrinkling, but most of these patterns are created so they've got a lot of pattern to them, and so if there are any wrinkles, they just kind of disappears. I'm just going to slowly work this down.
Michelle, did you say what the bird's name was? No, I want to know.
Mr. Peepers.
It is funny to me too. Like, David likes her very much and thinks she's cute, but he's a little skittish around her. It's just anything that makes, my husband is a big 6'4" man, and anything that makes him a little skittish is so delightful and funny to me. To see
Is he really like?
He said, I don't. She's cute. I just don't need her to be on me. Sometimes Henry will put him on her, or she'll be on Henry and then climb over to David's shoulder, and he gets like very nervous. He's like that with bees too, and it makes me laugh.
With bees?
He is.
Oh
yes.
yeah. Well, why not?
Well, and I just love say, oh, it's fine, honey. I'll get it. I step in and because I'm not afraid.
You're not afraid of
not
bees?
one bit.
Come on.
No, I mean I don't want to be stung by a bee, but they don't make me scream like a little girl child. So it's very fun for me if he gets scared and I can say, oh, let me get that. Everything's okay. The name of the paper is Foil Bird. You can't remember the bird's name after all of that? Is it the only bird you've had? Betty said, I'm like that with cats. I don't trust them. Well, you shouldn't try. I love cats and I don't trust them. Have you ever had a pet bumblebee? It's the coolest. Bumblebee.
A what?
Tracy, what? Michelle, I am dying that you cannot remember the name of this precious bird.
Well, JR and I discovered something wonderful this morning. And we literally laid in bed and watched an entire episode of Captain Kangaroo. Who can remember Captain Kangaroo?
Kathleen said my husband was so afraid of spiders he would demand to see the carcass after I killed it. Oh, she said, have you ever pet a bumblebee? No, I haven't.
Nor
but
do
I
want
would.
to. Are you one of those people that would literally like have a tarantula crawl up your arm?
No, I'm not like wanting it. I'm not seeking it out. I'm just not afraid to like swat a bee, or like I'm not going to start acting crazy if there's a bee around me. Like my sister would like drive her car literally off a cliff or into the canal if a bee was in her car.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I guess they get it, I guess. And Ben is like that too. He's kind of funny with, well, I don't know. He's a little better with he likes spiders.
We never used to.
No, but now he keeps them as pets at work.
So what I'm doing is I'm giving this a very light coat of my furniture, or my Funkiture top coat right over this. And it's all going to kind of dry all as one unit.
Oh, thank you, Paula. I will check that out. Is she on YouTube? Macaws and more. Macaws are crazy cool. I would never have one, but they're really cool. And Melissa asked, was Mr. Green Jeans on?
Mr. Green Jeans, but of course.
And Arlinda calls spiders Satan's kittens.
Yeah, well.
Rocky and Bullwinkle, we watched that when we were kids because my parents loved it.
How about Tom Terrific?
Yeah, Patrice just said, remember Mr. Green Jeans?
Oh my gosh, yes. And Bunny Rabbit. Remember Bunny Rabbit? And the grandfather clock. This is going to be really pretty.
Patrice said down in the pawpaw patch.
Yep. Let me tell you, it was quite something. And we found this whole YouTube channel. I was sending stuff to the kids today.
I know, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Woo! Those educational public service films from back in the 40s and 50s. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, now here we have a question about the
Okay.
project.
Yeah.
Once the paper dries, if there is a blister, how do you repair it?
Well, we were going to do that next week. Okay?
Stay tuned.
Yep.
That's how we keep you coming back for more. Right, Mom?
That's right.
People are just listing words and I don't know what they mean. The dancing beat, ping pong balls. I love the queen and her castle.
Yes. Oh my gosh. There was the funniest. I'm going to have to do a screenplay or a screen record of it.
Screenplay.
Screen
In your free
record.
time. You're
Screen record of this. Remember the puppets.
They
the
can't
girl
see
in
you.
the girl in his like in the castle.
Do you want me to move it so they can see you?
No. I'm down here.
Yeah, but they can't see your face. You're just talking and
Oh. It's all right.
I can just zoom out so they can
Oh,
see you.
okay. But it would be very difficult for me to describe anyway. So, but I'm going to try to get a video recording of it because it's pretty funny. Those puppets, man, could they were singing opera. I got to tell you, it was really something to see.
The brush that you were using, that is a Zibra
Oh,
brush that
this,
Mom loves.
You guys, this Zibra brush, we have them on our website. This is a specifically designed for top coat.
They can't see you. Yeah, there you
This
go.
is designed for top coating, and it is really a beautiful brush.
We'll add that.
It's
also
really soft. I love it. I really, really, really love it. I'm going to take a little bit of this excess. How's our time getting to be? We're almost finished up,
It
you guys.
is 2:22.
Wow. All right. We're almost done. So if you can, join us on Friday over on Facebook because we have got a little Christmas project going on.
Can you believe it?
Can you believe it? To me, it feels like I should be, like I'm already thinking about spring. And I know I shouldn't. Many people. Is anybody still making stuff for Christmas? Please
Of course
tell me.
they are. It's just us that we're doing things so early. Is that paper going the wrong way? Jane is freaking out.
No. Mm-mm. Does it matter? No, it's fine.
It matters to Jane.
Jane, by the way, how are you feeling? Sorry, I know you can't see this. I'm just I'm creasing it down into that little lip that's at the top. And then pull it up.
The mint papers do seem to give you some room to move a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
They're
they do.
strong.
I'm just going to work right from the top down.
Yeah, if the paper was upside down, it would matter, and that's how it looked to them.
I think that this particular pattern can go, I mean, when you look at the flowers are going every which way anyway. So I really think.
Yeah, I think when you were cutting that, it was just it looked different.
Yeah. So what do we think, you guys? Tell me, what are your thoughts about finished furniture? Like, is it still?
I think it's always going to be needed because furniture's going to get ugly or go out of style, and people are going to want to transform it.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point, Megan. Man, I can't seem to get rid of that.
Jane cannot see. She's waiting for the next surgery. She keeps testing positive for the virus, and she's so upset. I'm so sorry.
It's tough.
Michelle said, I've been having some success with spraying the back of my decoupage paper with the stinky spray first, then applying. It's laying down a lot better for me. Stinky spray.
Oh, like Krylon? Like a Krylon finish? I think that's what she means.
You can't go in the stores and buy anything called stinky spray.
Yeah, you can.
You cannot.
Yeah, you can. I am always looking for, like,
The stinkiest spray on the market.
no, just good decoupage tips, because I think it's something we all struggle with, or can struggle with, and I still haven't figured out how to get an absolutely flawless finish. I'm just being honest with you guys.
Paula said, I love refurbished furniture. New stuff just doesn't have the quality. That's
It's true. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me do this little guy. And let
Maybe
me tell you what,
move it up.
patience
camera a little bit.
is not my virtue when it comes to this kind of stuff. I just want to slap it on there. I
It is
really
a
do.
virtue.
I know it
just
is,
one
but
that
it's
you
not one of
struggle with.
mine. Because I literally just want this to be on here and done.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are seeing me do something that is not one of my favorite things to do. But it is more satisfying once it's done. Because it's like, wow, I did this.
Fun. Kathleen said, I'm moving in 2 weeks and I'm going to have a whole small cottage to furnish.
Oh my gosh. That's exciting. What are you going to do in that little cottage? Is it going to be a cottage where you live?
She said she's moving. Michelle said it keeps the moisture from the medium from penetrating the paper.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Bev, I don't think so, but we'll ask her.
What?
She said, when you get old doors and windows, do you worry about the lead-based paint on them?
Well, I'm not much
The
of a
answer's
worrier. No. And here's what, Bev, here's what we do. We are careful about that, and you need to be aware of that as well. They can be sealed if we are cleaning them off. JR always wears like a respirator and will,
Oh my god. She's saying what you should do, and you absolutely should do that.
yeah. Here's the thing with lead-based paint. You don't want to sand up the surface of it and get the lead particles into the air. So a good thing to do is to clean them well and then seal them with a clear finish. Or paint. You can paint over them, and you have sealed in any of the lead toxins.
Kaylin, I keep saying Kaylin. Erlinda said she seals everything in, and I guess Looks like Arlena had a move and she lost almost all of her transfers, including the original Sea Queen and 2 of the Bars White Lion.
Arlene.
Power tools, decoupage papers, paint, and finished pieces that she was making for a Christmas craft
Arlinda,
show. I'm
that's
so
awful.
sorry.
Arlinda, were you impacted by like the hurricanes? So the next trick I'm going to try is, the next time I do decoupage, I'm going to try Melissa's trick and spray the back of these with like a Krylon. Is that what you're using, like a Krylon?
She said, yeah. That's what she's talking about. And Arlinda says, no, it was an evil ex-husband, which is a
Oh, yes.
hurricane in its own way.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. So one drawer at a time. Right down. Kind of scooching it right up under that little drawer separator there.
It will work itself out, Arlinda. Well, I have to go get my children.
Well, I am just about done. So if we want to, we can kind of wrap it up.
Is there something you just want to finish it and defend it?
No, but we are going to say goodbye. We've been going for an hour. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to put, I'm going to finish this off. Next week for the Basement Chronicles, we're going to come and we're going to separate these drawers and address any little bubbles or issues along the edges that we may need to. No doubt when you're working over ridges and bumps like this, there are going to be places where you might not have the paper completely adhered. Well, we're going to show you how we address that. So, and we'll also pick out a paint color. Where are, oh, now that I've got this on here, oh my gosh, look at that, Megan. It could be paisley, no,
No, not paisley.
no, blue pine.
Red fruit.
Would be blue pine. That could be pretty.
Boring. I think it'd be cool with a deeper color.
Seaside? No.
Like, that's why I was thinking like something along the lines of red.
Really?
I'd have to see it next
No.
to it, but something.
Yeah, we have to pick a color, you guys.
Can't actually
French
go anywhere-
eggshell.
Can't go anywhere without my car keys.
French eggshell, we'll tell when it dries. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget we will be live on Friday upstairs over on Facebook, and we're going to be doing a little fun Christmas project. So we'll see you then. Take care. Megan left me stranded here. All right, I'm just going to keep going. She left me stranded. Girl, you need to shut the camera off for me.
Sorry.
That's okay. Take care.
I don't. There we go. Bye. It's always right in front of. Now, if we're gonna keep doing this, we're figuring out a different way to film.
Okay.
This is not acceptable. I can't even end it. Ugh. So unprofessional.